All right, folks. So what I'll talk about is a few different categories for just this video. I'll be covering visual impairment, and then visual impairment including blindness, hearing impairment, and deafness. And then deaf blindness. So let's start with that one. That one is the combination of both simultaneously. Obviously, a lot of communication and support is needed. And then most often than not, they're going to need some sort of special education support when they have deaf blindness. So deaf and blind. And then vision impairment versus blindness. Vision impairment there's a lot of different diagnoses that could impact the way the actual structure of how we see. This does not include visual processing. So that's completely different. That's just how we interpret things inside of our brain. Again, vision impairment is about our actual eyes and how we see. And then the other thing is on blindness, again, has the diagnosis of blindness. And obviously going back to that two-prong, also needs special education. Hearing impairment, again, hearing impairment is a lot of different, there's a lot of different diagnoses that cause hearing impairment. And to what level, again, that's the assessment process, but it has to be impacting in some way. Same thing with the deafness. So deafness would obviously, you'd need to learn a whole language, right? Same thing with being blind. You'd have to learn a whole language, Braille, sign language. So anyway, and then I do want to touch on a little bit, as they get older and they learn those things through special education, they may not need as much support and may just need accommodations. And just a soapbox here, just because working closely with some of those students, if there's some sort, especially with hearing impairment, if there's some sort of amplification device that the teacher should be utilizing, make sure that's being utilized with all teachers. So it's just, even if your child may be kind of embarrassed by it as they get older, things like that, it does not matter. That still needs to be utilized, even if your child's refusing, because the teachers will quickly, some teachers, let me rephrase that. Some teachers will quickly go, okay, so if they're not going to utilize it, I'm not going to utilize it as well. And when the reality is we just got to help the student become more comfortable or change that behavior. So, all right, just something to throw out there. But again, cover all those disabilities. And then the next disabilities I'll cover our next disability would be traumatic brain injury, and I may cover a few more. All right.